Bitcoin is often regarded as a decentralized currency, not controlled by any single entity, institution or person. However, it might be interesting to know that there are entities and individuals in the financial space that have a huge amount of influence on the biggest cryptocurrency in the world. These are the Bitcoin whales, who hold a significant amount of Bitcoin under their name. If these Bitcoin whales decided to sell their Bitcoin one day, the market could see a significant price blow and uncertainty. In this video, we're going to take a look at the top individuals and companies that own the most amount of Bitcoin in 2022. For more information, please check out everybithelps.co.uk. Just before we jump in, these numbers are estimates. We have no way of knowing the exact price that these whales bought in at, how much they've bought since, and at what price point. Satoshi Nakamoto. Satoshi Nakamoto was not only the founder of the first and largest cryptocurrency in the world, but also one of its first miners. When Bitcoin was introduced on the blockchain, each block yielded a reward of 50 BTC. Since Nakamoto was the only miner on the network at the time, he didn't really have to share his rewards with anyone. During January to July 2009, Satoshi Nakamoto is believed to have mined close to 1 million BTC, which he or she holds to this day. It's also reported that Nakamoto could have mined more blocks, but they wanted to give the other miners a fair chance to earn Bitcoin block rewards. If they were to cash out, they could walk away with $40 billion according to today's market valuation, depending when you're watching this video, making him or her one of the wealthiest people in the world. Total Bitcoin owned, 1 million. MicroStrategy. Michael Saylor is probably the most passionate, ardent and committed supporter of Bitcoin. His first investment of $25 million in Bitcoin in July 2020 sparked an investment frenzy. Soon after his purchase, companies like Square, MassMutual and Tesla started investing their corporate reserves into Bitcoin as a store of value. If the market cap of Bitcoin stands at a few trillion today, it's due to the corporate investments which were initially spurred by Michael Saylor. According to Saylor, Bitcoin is revolutionary because it's not controlled by any one entity. Because BTC supply is finite unlike the US dollar, and because the currency runs with zero permissions from anyone. Michael Saylor also sees the current financial system as bleeding power. This means that due to inflation each year, your money assets in dollar terms bleed value each time the government decides to print more money. For Michael Saylor, Bitcoin is an emancipatory tool for mankind that is accessible to everyone in the palm of their hands like mobile education. Today, MicroStrategy owns the biggest corporate stash of Bitcoin, i.e. 121,044 Bitcoin. This figure is 2.5 times larger than its next competitor Tesla that owns 42,000 Bitcoin. MicroStrategy is currently valued at $3.6 billion, but the BTC stash it owns will cash out at close to $4.5 billion today. Total Bitcoin owned, 121,044. The Winklevoss or Gemini twins. If you don't remember the Winklevoss or Gemini twins, they're the infamous sibling duo that ended up suing Mark Zuckerberg for stealing the idea of Facebook from them. The trio studied together at Harvard and worked on the idea of a social platform as part of a course project, and Mark Zuckerberg settled the Winklevoss lawsuit for $65 million. In 2012, Tyler and Cameron Winklevoss started Winklevoss Capital, and one of their early investments was in the digital currency Bitcoin. They bought Bitcoin for $11 million for $10 apiece, probably the money they got from Zuckerberg. Since then, the twins have invested in around 25 blockchain-related startups, most notably being Gemini and the renowned NFT marketplace Nifty Gateway. They claim that they are building a new virtual world for metaverse, where participants of the network will benefit rather than the powerful companies. The Gemini twins are believed to be the first Bitcoin billionaires, and the duo is reportedly holding around 100,000 BTC, worth around $4 billion. Total Bitcoin owned, 100,000. Tesla. Tesla has the second largest corporate Bitcoin stash in the world. According to Bitcoin treasuries, the electronic car manufacturer Tesla holds a total of 43,200 Bitcoin in its company reserves. Bought in early 2021 for $1.5 billion, Elon Musk acknowledged that he was late to the Bitcoin party, but believes that Bitcoin is on the verge of getting widely accepted as a conventional finance instrument and still has room to grow. It should also be noted that the $1.5 billion investment amount is only 2 to 3% of the $52.1 billion assets owned by Tesla. In March 2021, Tesla announced that it will start receiving Bitcoin for car payments, but later discontinued BTC payments in May due to the controversial and disputed environmental effects of Bitcoin mining. This represents a conflict on Elon Musk's part that he is a vocal supporter of cryptocurrencies and a die-hard environmentalist. By the end of 2021, Tesla has already registered a 33% profit on their investments as the total value of Bitcoin holdings rose to $2 billion. Total Bitcoin owned, 43,200. Tim Draper. Tim Draper, the famous venture capitalist and entrepreneur, has been a long-time supporter of digital currencies. In 2011, the chief executive of CoinLab introduced Draper to Bitcoin. Foreseeing its long-term potential, Draper asked him to buy $250,000 worth of BTC on Mt. Gox. At the time of purchase, Bitcoin was trading at $6. Draper decided to hodl Bitcoin when Mt. Gox crashed in 2014, and Draper lost his Bitcoin holdings, a stash that would have been worth around $1.5 billion today. However, the Mt. Gox crash only reinforced his trust in Bitcoin, as despite a huge crash, the currency's price only fell by 20%. In 2014, he purchased another huge batch of Bitcoin at a higher price. During an auction by the US Marshal's Office, Draper bought 30,000 BTC at $632 apiece, investing $18.75 million into the fledgling cryptocurrency. Today, his Bitcoin reserve is worth more than $1 billion, and Draper has no plans to sell soon. He's extremely bullish on Bitcoin and believes that BTC's price will skyrocket to $250,000 by the end of 2022. Total Bitcoin owned, 29,657. Michael NOVOGRATZ. When it was trading for $100 in 2013, Mike put $7 million of his own money into Bitcoin. Due to this move, NOVOGRATZ claims himself to be the Forrest Gump of Bitcoin, being in the right place at the right time. NOVOGRATZ started as a hedge fund manager at Goldman Sachs and went on to be very successful, but the success was short-lived. However, cryptocurrencies put him back on the map when Bitcoin went off the charts in 2017, and he is applauded for his long hold. NOVOGRATZ is currently the founder and CEO of Galaxy Digital Holdings, a digital asset merchant bank which he himself describes as the Goldman Sachs of crypto. In a report published by Galaxy Digital in August 2020, it was reported that the company owns 12,957 Bitcoin. Total Bitcoin owned, 12,957. Jack Dorsey and Block. We're all aware of Jack Dorsey's love of cryptocurrencies. Dorsey quit Twitter to focus fully on his venture Square, which has now been renamed to Block. Dorsey believes that Bitcoin has the power to bring world peace and that it will eventually replace the US dollar. The digital payments company Block owns a total of 8,027 Bitcoins, which were purchased at a low price of $27,407. Using their Cash app, you can directly buy Bitcoin from within the application, which is as easy as it gets to buy Bitcoin in the US. The huge BTC stash that they own is primarily reserved to exchange Bitcoin for cash on the Square Ash cap. Total Bitcoin owned, 8,027. Some of the names on the list, like the Gemini twins and Tim Draper, were the first movers of Bitcoin, and they're now reaping the rewards on their investment. At the time of this video, Bitcoin is already trading at around $43,000 and has previously hit highs of $64,000. If you've not yet invested in Bitcoin and you want to get started, check out our series of tutorial videos. To find out more about the world of crypto, please check out our new series of explainer videos and subscribe to our channel by clicking on the button at the bottom of this video. I hope you enjoyed this video today, and if you did, then please give me a like, hit the subscribe button, and please do head over to my website at everybithelps.co.uk for more tips, reviews, and step-by-step guides. Thanks, and I'll see you soon.